Julie Trần xin được trở lại với chương trình Kiến thức y khoa gia đình và xã hội cùng với sự góp mặt của luật sư NGUYEN, là luật sư cố vấn cho Tòa tối cao pháp viện của California. As an educator, as a lawyer, you wear a lot of hats. Luật sư Matt giữ rất là nhiều vai trò. Đối với cá nhân Julie cảm thấy rất là quan trọng. Nào là luật sư cố vấn cho Tòa tối cao pháp viện, nào là một người chuyên về giáo dục, một ngành giáo dục, người kiểm soát về những ngân quỹ cho những cái chương trình dài hạn của các trường college chung quanh Orange County, và cũng là một người cố vấn cho các giới trẻ, và cũng là một professor cho trường Yale Law School. Anything else you don't do? How would you advise the like high school students when they ready to apply for school? Besides, in high school, they get to know more with the additional curriculums, different classes, so that they can get some idea of what they want to be. What would you advise to the parents? How can they help their children? How can the parents help the children to know exactly what they want to be? Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you?
No, I'm happy to answer that. I think that first of all, it has to be a multi-year process. This isn't just a
not just
senior year,
right.
and you say, okay, surprise, I decided that I want to be a graphic designer.
So what years, what grade that they should be thinking about? Ninth grade?
I think that ninth grade is very important because that's when most students start high school. But I think that you want to start building the foundation earlier on. So that means that, your son did Boy Scouts, right? Most people get involved in Boy Scouts in elementary school.
Yes.
And that's
7 years old.
Yeah, that's a 10+ year commitment, right? And that helps build the skills that he needed to become an Eagle Scout, to then succeed in the future. And so I think that the way to think about it is that when your children are young, in elementary school even, expose them to things. Bring them to aquariums or
everywhere.
to zoos, or get them involved in sports or get them involved in music. Have them explore a ton of things. And if they don't end up very interested in it, try it for a year or two, maybe 3. If they don't end up interested in it, don't focus on it. Switch to something else, right? Because, the saddest thing that I hear all the time from friends is they spent 15 years learning piano.
Oh God!
And then they can't even play a song anymore. Exactly. They forgot it all because they hated it so much.
Right.
And the sad thing is they ended up hating their parents too for forcing that on them. And I think that sometimes that's just really sad. And so thinking about it as a long process, expose your kid to as many opportunities as possible, so that by the time they reach high school, they can enroll in the classes that they like, that are interesting, that they'll perform well in. They'll get good grades. They'll get involved in activities, and they'll be well positioned to go to college.
Thưa quý vị, những gì mà luật sư Matt vừa chia sẻ đó, xong đấy mình nghe quen quen. Ngày xưa, Julie cũng đã từng muốn cho con mình học piano. Con trai của Julie thì học được chừng 1 năm thì nói rằng thì Mom, mẹ, con không thích piano, con không thích nhạc. Ok, con thích cái gì? At least I ask. I mean, one good thing I'm glad I did. At the same time, my daughter loved piano. Và cái điều chia sẻ của luật sư Matt rất là, Julie cảm thấy rất là đúng với cái đời sống trong cộng đồng Việt Nam của chúng ta, là chúng ta nên cho các con em mình đi ra với những là đi tham dự những lớp về nhạc, về sở thú, hoặc là bất cứ một cái môi trường nào cho các em theo, để các em biết rằng thì là cái đó nó có thích hợp với mình hay không. That being a parent, when you become a parent yourself, maybe right now you already have so much experience from your parents. Being parents is very difficult because no book, no school teach us how to become a good parent. We just became a parent because we brought you guys to the world.
Well, you know, I have the most respect possible for parents do the hardest job in America
of course.
every single day. And I think that part of that hard work means that it's very easy to lose sight of the long term, right? Because you're just focused on, okay, how do I get my kid to school today? How do I bring them to piano lessons? How do I take them home? How do I make sure they do their homework? How do I prepare dinner? All those things are so important. And sometimes it means that you forget about the 5-year plan or the 10-year plan,
Right.
or how to prepare that student for the future. And so the way that I try to think about it is that you can have both a short-term plan and a long-term one, thinking about building in all of these different opportunities for them, because we're living in America. You know, we have the
Public
opportunity.
school system is great.
Great public schools in our community. Like I said in our last show, you know, I think all the time about how my parents sacrificed so much as boat people to come to the United States to experience that freedom. And if we don't take advantage of it, we're squandering that opportunity.
Yes.
And so I think about that when I say, allow your child to pursue their dreams, but you have to help as a parent give them the chance to see what that dream even is. You have to help build the dream.
Right. That's pretty good. That's short but very meaningful. Là luật sư Matt nói rằng thì là phụ huynh chúng ta nên giúp cho không phải là nên mà là giúp cho các em, để các con em mình thực hiện được cái giấc mơ của các em, để trở thành những cái ngành, những cái một cá nhân mà các em muốn trở thành, cái người cá nhân đó, thay vì bắt các em phải đi theo những cái gì mà mình muốn. So besides that, what else you would want to share with the parents as an educator? As an educator, you've been, I'm sure, when you are a professor at the Yale Law School, they are more mature. They are more mature than students freshly from high school to go to college. And most parent thinks, but that's including myself, most parent thinks right after high school, they should go straight to UC system or go straight to Cal State instead of spending 2 years in college. And now we have the system who the student can get 2 years college for free. But the parents might not think that's the good tool for them, though.
Yeah, so that's actually...
How would you share that with the parents? We focus on parents now.
Yeah, I think that's a common misconception because, you know, there's a lot of... It's called stigma around,
of course.
You know, community colleges, thinking that, oh, you know, only students who are lazy, only ones who are not successful will go there. I think that that's actually upside down because the vast majority of students who attend community college are doing so for financial reasons.
Yes.
They're saving, like you said, with 2 years now of free tuition at the community colleges, Golden West, Orange Coast, Coastline. That means, you know, let me just use the example of a private university. Let's imagine you sent your kid to USC for 4 years.
God.
That's $50,000, $60,000 per year. So that's $250,000
for 4 years.
After 4 years. If you went to a community college first for 2 years, all your classes are free, textbooks are free.
Transferable.
You could live at home if you wanted to, and commute to school. And then you transfer to even USC or to you know, UCLA or any school. You'd be paying half the amount,
of course,
that you would normally be paying. And moreover, the first 2 years of any college experience at the 4-year is general ed. So if you can do that at community college, that's even better.
Well, Julie sẽ chia sẻ với quý vị với những cái điều mà luật sư Matt vừa chia sẻ với chúng ta để cho quý vị biết thấy rằng thì là đó là cái kinh nghiệm của Julie là một người phụ huynh. Chúng tôi sẽ trở lại sau phần quảng cáo ngắn.